Today, I'm going to share with you 7 timeless Stoic practices that can guide you through any crisis, whether it's personal, financial, or emotional. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are practical tools that you can start using today. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand how great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus overcame unimaginable struggles, but you'll also learn how to apply their wisdom in your own life. So if you're ready to turn pain into power, let's begin. The first and most powerful Stoic practice is this: control what you can and let go of what you can't. Epictetus, who was once a slave, taught this lesson again and again. He said, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." Think about that for a moment. Most of our suffering comes not from events themselves, but from resisting them, wishing that the world was different. Imagine you lose your job. You can't control the company's decision, but you can control your reaction, your effort to learn new skills, to search for new opportunities, or to start something of your own. Historical example: Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, faced wars, political betrayal, and even a devastating plague that killed millions. He could not stop the disease or the chaos, but he focused on his role as a leader, calm, disciplined, and fair, even when the world was collapsing around him. That's why he's remembered not just as a ruler, but as a philosopher king. Modern example: think of Viktor Frankl, a survivor of the Holocaust. He was imprisoned, starved, and beaten, yet he realized that while his captors controlled his body, they could not control his mind. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." This is the essence of Stoicism. Practical tip: next time you feel anxious, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is yes, take action. If it's no, let it go. This simple practice alone can eliminate half your daily stress. One of the most surprising Stoic techniques is something called negative visualization. At first, it might sound depressing, imagining the worst. But in truth, it's one of the most liberating practices you can ever do. The Stoics believed that by preparing your mind for possible loss or hardship, you could face life with greater calm and gratitude. Seneca once wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." In other words, if you imagine the storm before it arrives, you will not be shaken when it finally comes. Historical example: Seneca. The Stoic philosopher and advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero often practiced this himself. Even though he was one of the richest men in Rome, Seneca would deliberately sleep on the floor, eat coarse bread, and wear rough clothes for a few days. He reminded himself, "Is this what I feared?" By practicing poverty when he was rich, he reduced the power of fear. If everything were to collapse tomorrow, he knew he could endure it. Modern example: the entrepreneur who prepared for failure. Let's fast forward to modern times. Imagine a young entrepreneur who wants to start a business. Most people hesitate, paralyzed by the fear of failure. But a Stoic-minded entrepreneur does something different. He imagines the worst-case scenario. What if my business fails? What if I lose all my money? And then he answers, even if that happens, I can learn new skills, get another job, or start again. By confronting the fear directly, he robs it of its power. Instead of being controlled by what if, he focuses on what can I do right now. Interestingly, some of the world's most successful entrepreneurs use this technique without even realizing it. They think through the downside, accept it, and then move forward with courage. Practical tip: here's how you can practice negative visualization in your own life. Take a few minutes in the morning or evening. Imagine losing something you value: your job, your health, even your loved ones. Don't do this to scare yourself, but to remind yourself that nothing is guaranteed. Then, shift your focus to gratitude. Realize how precious what you have right now truly is. When you do this regularly, 2 things happen. You become more resilient when challenges actually come. You become more grateful for what you already have. Because the truth is, most of us take our blessings for granted until they're gone. The Stoics teach us to appreciate them today,